What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back for another listen. First of all, I am tired. I am physically tired because, baby, I don't know what's going on, bitch. If y'all say global warming and climate change ain't real, take a look outside your goddamn window, okay? If you had to wake up and you had to wake up to snow and ice and cold, and it don't normally be that cold or all that snow or all that ice around this time in your particular area, climate change, bitch, okay? I ain't coming on here to preach, but bitch, I'm just saying, I am tired of the fucking snow. I live in Chicago, okay? And we get this, all right? We get this. But last winter, for the past couple of winters or so, we ain't had this much snow. Last winter, we had like one snow day, and that shit melted away literally the next day, and that was it. The winter wasn't even that cold. Bitch, it wait till goddamn February to want to give us winter storms and to be fucking storming all damn month. We have not had a break, bitch. It's been snowing and snowing and snowing, and the weather has been getting colder and colder and colder. But oh, bitch, the sun want to come out. The sun want to come out and stay out for a little bit longer than it usually do. Okay, so I'm like, little girl, it's spring coming tonight. Where is the warm weather? Okay, I went out there and shoveled today. All right, look outside just a few minutes ago before I started to do this goddamn review. And bitch, listen, it's a whole bunch of snow out there like I ain't did shit. I said, so what was the goddamn point? And then I gotta go to work in this shit. So you know it's gonna be a mess tomorrow. Ain't no plow trucks coming in. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to put my little rant out there because I know some of y'all is going through it. Everybody, let's pray for the South, okay? Because they get ice, and especially Texas. You know, I ain't never heard of Texas being like 30, 40 degree weather and shit like that, and having a whole bunch of ice, and then y'all having power outages and shit like that. I pray for y'all. I can't even make no joke because we in this shit together at this point. Y'all part of the North too, okay? At this point, bitch, we done came together, and that was the real unification in this goddamn weather. Anyway, moving on from there, we are here for some mess, some fuckery, some fun shit. Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, season 1, episode 2, Parent Trap. Okay, so we get into the episode and we pick up the next day of this little 1 week retreat that is going to happen. And Fizz is in charge of putting together like a little track and field day. Trust and believe, I could not stand. When I went to camp, I could not stand field day. We had an all day field day where you had to do all this physical activity, and it wasn't the physical activity aspect of it that I didn't like. It was the competition, and we had to do it in front of everybody. And you know, I can get my ass up there and I can run or whatever, but you know, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna do it better, you know. And it's just, I just hated it. I really just hated it. But anyway, it was certain stuff that I hated, okay? And you had to do this and you had to place, and it was just the competition of it all. I just couldn't stand it. But anyway, he out there talking to April or whatever, trying to get stuff together. Girl, we find out that they ain't really been kicking it like that for the past 8 months, and he claims that they ain't do nothing that night when he went to go tuck her in. Okay, he said, I just walked the lady to her room and then I went back to my bed. I said, okay, Fizz, if you, well, then what's tucking is? What does tucking in mean in adult speak? Okay, what does that mean? Because to me that means fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. You know, let me tuck my stuff in your stuff. Okay, that's what it means. But anyway, so moving on from there, you know, he was basically, they was just talking about how they had to get their life together. You know, he had to step away from the relationship, get himself mentally together, and get him and Moniece in a good place for their son, which he says he feels like things is going well. And truth be told, I feel like the reason why they stepped away from the relationship is because most likely him couldn't take the pressure and the heat and all the backlash that was coming from their relationship, because we were not here for the fact that nobody was here. Nobody was here but Bird Bitches was there for them, in the way that they got together, in the way that Omarion lifted. You know, we lifted that Black King up, okay, because of what this fool did to him. I said, your friend? Now, if it was somebody else, okay, fine, but you was his bandmate, bitch. You went on tour with him. You know what his feet smell like because y'all shared the same room, bitch, and you gonna fuck his baby mama? Like, that's trash, okay? That is trash. Out of all the hoes you could have deal with, in April, you ain't no goddamn better, okay? But anyway, moving on from that, They had their issues. Oh, but you didn't call me. You didn't call me. I said, girl, shut the fuck up. Anyway, we move on to Joy waking up Trick Daddy and his son, Jaden. Joy talking about how, regardless of the fact that her and Trick Daddy, they not together, I don't even think they're really divorced yet, but it's a little bit awkward. But, she was just saying how with Jaden, they're still family. He's not just a stepson to her. He's like her son or whatever. And you can see that he still has respect for her regardless of what's going on between him and his daddy. You know what I'm saying? Her and his daddy, I should say. And they love each other, and I love that dynamic that they have. Regardless of what's going on, they don't let it seep over to the kids. Trick Daddy is in that sleep. Now this is where he first waking up, and when she woke that nigga up and threw that t-shirt at him to put on, and he took them pants off, them pajama pants off, and put his regular pants on, I said, so we not gonna go at least take a whole bath? You not gonna go take a towel and wipe that across your ass, in your ass crack, and then get another one or whatever and wipe your dick off and clean the cheese from underneath your balls? Okay, I'm just saying, like, freshen up a little bit. I know we finna go out there and get a little sweaty or whatever, but goddamn, we don't need to be smelling and looking at ass chips falling off your ass, goddamn Trick. I said niggas are nasty. At least go. Did you at least put a towel underneath your arm and put some deodorant on, girl, sir? It was just a lot. It was just a lot. I was like, you know what? When Bambi said Trick Daddy looked like the uncle that don't wash his hands, he just showed us that he is. Okay, he just showed us that he is. Moving on from that, he the green team. It seemed like the Miami people, mostly from the South, is the green team, and then with Jock and them, they the yellow team or whatever. No, he green too. And then, him and Jack and Scrappy had a little conversation about what was going on between him and Bambi, and how Mama D is just spreading this whole stuff. Mama D, you just got your ass cursed out and brought to the forefront about the fact that you are putting out their business, saying that they supposed to be wanting a divorce, or the divorce word is being thrown around. Scrappy is up here talking to him, talking to Jack about it while they exercising and stuff like that. And Jack is actually making sense because, Scrappy is like, if I'm giving you all of this and you're not returning it back, like, what am I supposed to do or whatever? And you got to remember, and he even bring it up, we've been married for like 3 years or whatever, but for like 2 of those years, Bambi has been pregnant, so they trying to figure that out. And he was like, damn, I know we got kids, but you got to learn how to take care of your nigga too. And I understand where he coming from, but it's coming off a little bit selfish. Like, what are you doing to alleviate the stress off of her for taking care of 2 young kids? Okay, and it's something that you have to work at when you start your family early. This is sacrifice, okay? Sometimes you got to sacrifice the time that she's going to be able to spend with you and you're going to be able to spend with her. And sometimes you have to work. No, you should be working together so that y'all can alleviate the stress off of each other. And Jack was sitting there making sense. Like, you can't just give up. You got to work that muscle that you didn't even think that you had. I said, literally, we are listening to Jock give advice, and that motherfucker is giving correct advice. And I'm saying, what is the world going to? Now, I know something is going on, because he was making all of the sense, okay? Meanwhile, Mama D sitting over there with Jody, up there telling her about goddamn Bambi and Scrap in the goddamn fucking divorce. I'm sitting here like, why are you still telling the business? And of course, they getting ready for field day, so it's the green team, purple team, and the yellow team. And it seemed like they I don't care who's on who team, but Mama D, she calling somebody saying that they supposed to be coming up and they need her to come on up there so that they can go ahead and fix this stuff, because in reality, she's rooting for them to be together. Scrap and Bambi to stay together. I'm on their side. I said, who you calling? Bitch, we already know who it is. I said, how is this going to work, Mama D? Stay out these people's business. And Scrappy, stop telling your mama your business so she can stay the fuck up out of it. So everybody is getting, into the mode of doing the field day, getting on their teams, getting ready. Of course, Ray J. Why is Ray J here? Princess is not here. Ray J is just in the confessional, so it's going to be a whole bunch of sacks, a whole bunch of pouring, a whole bunch of wet, a whole bunch of squirts. Oh yeah, they squirt. I'm sitting here like, Girl, sir, shut up. Just shut up. Why is he there? But they had Fizz being a ref and all that stuff, and they was doing the sack race, they was doing the three-legged race, they did tug of war. Oh, I had flashbacks. Let me tell you something. My uncle, may he rest in peace, he broke his hip playing tug of war up in gym when he was in high school. Bitch. That's how I got this scar. That's a story for another time because he cut me. We'll get into that, child. Like, wait a minute, what, bitch? Run that back? Yeah, he had broke his hip. He was coming home from the hospital, and he needed his pain pills. He got a little attitude or whatever. Bitch, I'll tell you the story later. Anyway, just know I've been cut before. Anyway, let me tell you something. Me and my cousins, we were wow, bitch. Okay, but anyway, moving on from that. So everybody's having a good time. The purple team is dominating. They playing water gun fights and all this stuff. Trick Daddy at one point took Mendici to the side and was talking to him and, spitting that game. And they was commiserating on the fact that both of them went to jail. Trick went to jail when he was like 16, 17 years old for having some kilos on him. Same thing that Mendici went to jail for, but they were just talking about how they see young people in jail and some of them are innocent and they're the future and stuff like that. That Trick went on from being very inspirational or trying to make sense to saying, now with that being said, that little young girl over there with the burgundy pants on that look like Asian or whatever, yeah, she good. She good. I think she need me in my life or in his life, in her life or whatever. I said, you don't need April, okay? But then again, given how April is moving, April probably would have gave his old ass a chance because look, she's apparently she doing a little something with Dr. Dre. Okay, I know y'all seen that shit. And Monique's ass, her nosy, messy ass, and spilled the beans about allegedly them being together and being together for a minute. Okay, I said, how the hell that happened? April, you just go floating from dollar sign to dollar sign. Truth be told, she ain't got a type because all the niggas that she been with ain't got money like that. Dr. Dre probably the biggest fish that she got. Bitch, okay, can I really be mad at it? I mean, just don't let them start beating your ass. But anyway, moving on from that, just fuck, okay? Be careful because we don't want him to have another aneurysm and you take him out. How he died on top of me. We don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Moving on, that I got a headache for real though. Girl, that cold sucked my brain. And I literally just opened up the door and it got my head hurting and everything. Like, it's I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. And then I felt a little tickle in my throat because I was out there shoveling or whatever and I was coughing. And I was like, oh no, please don't let it be. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that. I took the flu shot. You know what I'm saying? I did all of that. I don't want to get sick or whatever. So I went and took me some tea from Stella Bistro. She had this little cold buster tea. I'm going to put some information out there. I told y'all about that. Like, she has some spices and stuff, whatever. And if you want to look her up, I'm gonna put that information out there because she got a little discount code and I want y'all to take advantage of it because the shit is good. When I tell you her shit is good, it is good. Anyway, this is how far I'm getting away. Next thing you know, Erica fucking ass come up there. Erica goddamn Dixon. Mama Dida invited Erica up there and I'm sitting here like, why would you do that? What is the purpose, okay? Because Scrap and Erica have an issue with each other. They have not really spoken to each other. But Bambi being a grown woman and a mature woman, I like the fact that she went to the side right away and she pulled Erica, even though y'all could have been did this. Y'all could have been did this, but she pulled Erica to the side and was like, whatever beef we had or whatever issue there might have been between us, because I never really had an issue with you. It's always been more so Scrappy and Erica, which is understandable because their relationship has always been contentious ever since we first saw them on their very first season of Love and Hip Hop. You gonna marry a nigga or not? I would never get over that proposal. But basically, she was like, it's all to the good. She don't want stuff to be awkward or whatever. And, they was in agreement. And I was just like, Mama D, get out of these people's business. Regardless of what's going on. And Scrappy, stop telling your mama what's going on. That's all that is boiling down to. Mama D is just a nosy bitch. And you up here trying to fix everybody else's marriage. What is going on with you and Ernest? What is going on with you and Ernest? Why Ernest ain't there? Okay? What's going on? Is he still in the picture? Fix your shit first, baby. So Sierra and Joy go outside by the pool after the field day. Everybody's winding down. And apparently Sierra and Joy are really good friends. And so they started talking about the relationships and seeing Erica there and, you know, um, making them reminisce about their relationships. And Joy and Trick Daddy, they're still working on a divorce. She didn't really go through with it at first because they was going to check and see if they can work this out again. Remember at the last reunion they were still trying to date each other, whatever, so obviously things didn't work out. And she was like, but that's still my family. And she was talking about Trick's son Jaden, how she's been in his life since he was a baby, and that's still like her baby. And of course Sierra started talking about her stepson, Shooter's son who passed away, and getting emotional about that. And you got to be in their life and tell them that you love them and be there for them every minute on the minute and all that stuff and woo woo woo. So they had a little moment right then and there. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, we get Mama D talking to Erica, and they up there talking about, Erica says she is there just basically to fix this co-parent situation that she got going on with Scrappy. Because his oldest daughter is Imani. Okay. And my whole thing is, how old is Imani? She about 18 almost. Okay, y'all still going through the motions right about now. Like, just let it the fuck go at this point. To be quite honest, I don't understand why it's so much animosity between both of them. And I get it's a lot of hurt or whatever, but y'all both moved on, so y'all should be able to just go ahead and co-parent like with no problems, no issue. you know she was like, when I was with him, it was the disrespect, it was the cheating, it was this, it was that. Now it's like you trying to find a way to be in a reason to be upset with me, trying to find a reason not to acknowledge me in any type of way, not talking to me or whatever. And then we see the whole situation going down from Scrappy's point of view. His whole thing is, why would I try to talk to somebody who been disrespectful to me and did all this stuff to me? And I was like, hold up, slow your roll, because we seen the shit that you did to her. Baby, remember when he was in a whole ass relationship while he was with Erica? Girl, was it with Diamond or somebody famous? He was in a relationship with them when or I would say Atlanta famous. He was in a relationship with them while he was with Erica. Okay, he was cheating on Erica with that and had a whole nother relationship on the side. And it was just a lie. It was just like, and I said, slow your roll. What about what you did? And then he said, also, when somebody that feel like I've been disrespectful to them too. Like, you have been. Y'all been disrespectful to each other, but at this point, Erica, you done moved on. You got your man. You got your twins. Scrappy, you done moved on. You got your wife. You got your two babies. So why can't y'all just come together and speak? Bambi's sitting there trying to tell him exactly what went down, with her talking to Erica, trying to not make her feel out of place or whatever. And even Erica appreciated the fact that Bambi, was mature enough to come to her. And it was like, if Bambi can do that, how come Scrappy can't? And so Bambi is trying to say, and even Scrappy said, his wife has been trying to get him to talk to Erica for the longest, okay? It's Scrappy. And I think it's an ego thing. That's what I feel like it is, okay? And she was just trying to say, you have to talk to her, like, just for a little short conversation, talk to her, okay? Because at the end of the day, y'all still dealing with money, and y'all, if you happy in your relationship and all this, and she's in hers, why is there so much issues and animosity and contention and all that stuff? And Mama D, once again, bitch, why are you telling this girl about what's going on with them in their relationship? Like Erica said, when she was trying to tell her about the fact that they might be getting a divorce or that they having issues in the relationship, and Bambi worried about the cheating and stuff and all that stuff, Erica said, okay, I don't even care about that. Okay, skip all that. I was like, thank you, because that ain't none of your business. That ain't none of your business, Mama D, to be telling. Like, why are you doing this? Girl, get some business. So everybody is just chilling out at the pool, doing hookah, whatever. And then we get the Youngins, Carly's daughter, Young Jock's son, and Jade and Trick Daddy's son. They sitting there talking or whatever. Jock is looking a little leery or whatever. He a little worried because he knew that his son kind of like Carly's daughter. And, Carly and Jock had their issues or whatever. But, she claims she don't like him because he mad young and all that stuff or whatever. But they just sitting there sharing stories about, how it was like growing up with a celebrity parent, and, not necessarily getting to see him all the time because they was always on the road, but was having, water fights and stuff like that, playing around with him. Carly's daughter was basically saying that she practically grew up like her sister instead of her mother because, she wasn't really around like that. And Jaden was saying how Trick Daddy, he can come and talk to him about anything and everything, whatever. Mind you, Trick Daddy over there trying to say jokes and stuff. Yandy, she was feeling the vibe of what's going on between her and Judy at this moment, like everything is all good. Mind you, when Judy was up there talking to Mama D, she was telling Mama D about how she felt like Yandy kind of just stopped talking to her after Mendici went to jail and all that stuff, and talking about the way that their relationship is. And so it was kind of refreshing, I guess, to hear Yandy try to make it sound like she's okay with Judy for right now in this current moment, that they're just chilling at this moment. So moving on from that, Joy took it upon herself after the little talk that she had with Sierra, talking about loving, and letting everybody know that you love them and everything, and hearing what happened with Sierra's stepson. She went over there and pulled Jaden to the side and basically told him, before you came into my life, I had this dream about a baby, a little brown-skinned baby boy that would have a birthmark, and it was you. And I just want to let you know that regardless of the stuff that's going on between me and your father, because we tried to make it work, he was like, yeah, I see and understand what's going on. I just want to let you know that don't ever think that because we're going through what we're going through, and if we get a divorce, that I'm never going to be your mama again, your mama Joy, or whatever. You're still my family. And they came to an agreement, and, they was on the same page, and you can see the love between both of them, So that was a really good touching moment, and I liked it. So, Ray J, interesting. Ray J is still married to Princess. They don't know what they are doing with their relationship at this point. We already can tell and know that Ray J has cheated on Princess multiple times. And he is up here flirting with Cardi Red's daughter. And I'm like, girl, don't you know that that's a married man? And at first Cardi was worried about her being, trying to, I guess, getting linked up or whatever with Young Jock's son. But, she like, hold up. First of all, I don't want her meeting no type of men that I met when I was younger and all that stuff. But they go inside and they talking, and she trying to understand what's going on. Ray J in the confessionals, it seemed like Jasmine want to come to the west side. I was like, what? He was like, now should I give it to her doggy style? Like the Snoop Dogg album? That's where I'm getting my reference from. I'm sitting here like, what is going on? This don't look right. And then Carly and her daughter in there, she was like, girl, so you like older men? She was like, yes, I like older men like Bruce Willis and stuff like that. And I said, that screams daddy issues to me. Okay, that screams daddy issues, bitch. But all right, if that's what you want to do. Meanwhile, Erica and Mama D show up, and Erica tries to talk to Scrappy. Scrappy don't want to talk to Erica. He do come over there for a minute, and I'm like, why won't you? Truth be told, I don't feel like it was the right time or place to talk at that moment. And you're pulling them to the side so that y'all can talk on the side of the pool, but everybody else is there. Y'all need to sit down, and Scrappy and Erica is not about to figure out their issues in this one night, this one little retreat or whatever. It is not going to happen. But my whole thing is, Scrappy, you're being a little asshole, because I don't feel like Erica was there to actually start any issues. She's there trying to fix some stuff. You are just being stubborn, and you don't want to do stuff because it's not on your terms, like Erica said. You getting upset at the fact that they asking you about Erica in your little interview or whatever. Man, why I gotta keep on talking about Erica? You talk about Erica more than I talk about my wife or whatever. Get her little nigga out here, let them talk, and you can talk about Erica all you want to. Scrappy, grow up, okay? Grow up. And Bambi goes over there. She's talking to Judy and Scrappy. Mama D, because of course Mama D want to know what happened, and she telling them what's going on. And at this point, she was like, if he don't want to talk and we can't fix it right now, then I guess, Imani, she's 16 years old. I only got a few more years in this. So I guess we're going to have to do it that way. Baby, do it the way that you need to do it, okay? Because trust and believe, why y'all need to communicate like that anyway? Like, what are you trying to get? As long as he is picking up the girl and seeing the girl, y'all don't need no real ass relationship, to be quite honest, okay? There'll never be a relationship between y'all. Y'all don't need to be friends. Y'all don't need to be besties. Y'all don't need to hook up. Y'all don't need to do nothing. If y'all communicating through text message at this point, let it the fuck go. What else do you want? Okay, because if he's paying the child support on time, hopefully he's doing that. If he's seeing the girl every time that he's supposed to, and he's paying, like I said, he's, providing for her, you really ain't got shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like Scrappy, what's your name, Erica? Y'all don't need no real relationship like that. Y'all ain't finna be friends. So what's going on? I don't get what you're trying to get at this point. But I can see the frustration and the irritation on both sides. And then later we see, Scrappy and Bambi must have gotten into it, but we couldn't hear what was said. I was like, a mess. Mama D, I blame Mama D for all of this. But anyway, y'all, that was the Love and Hip Hop family reunion. You guys tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see you guys later. Y'all be safe out there, for real, for real. Peace.